two, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss.
So I spent the last year saving up a bunch of money to allow myself to quit my full-time job and go all in on my art. Rather than just creating art, living in London, I thought, why don't I turn this into an adventure? So that's exactly what I did. I packed my entire life into a suitcase and I'm gonna be on the road for the next few months. I may not look it, but I'm very, very excited. I've been waiting for this moment for the last year and we're finally living it. Obviously, packing your entire life into a suitcase means there's got to be sacrifice, and I wasn't able to bring a lot of my stuff. Included in that is some art supplies. So right now I need to go and find an art store to buy a few things.
I just wanna be yours. Secrets I have held in my heart are harder to hide than I thought. Maybe I just wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. I wanna be yours.
I have all the art supplies. It was actually quite fun because obviously I don't speak Vietnamese and the girl working there didn't speak English either, so we had to use Google Translate. But yeah, I have all my stuff.
So I managed to get everything I could think of at the time. First of all, I got this easel, right? Because I have one, but I just didn't have the space in my bag or the weight. And I was kind of a bit worried about getting one, but this is actually, it's a solid bit of kit. And I think in British pounds, it was like 15 quid, which to me is mind blowing because in the UK, like something like this would run you back a lot of money. I don't even think I need paintbrushes, but like when I walk into an art store, I get that buyer's impulse. So I got a few of these. And then finally, I got myself 2 canvas boards and 4 small canvases. So yeah, I'm gonna explore a bit, get some dinner, and then I'm gonna get cracking on some painting. From my initial impression, Hanoi is a hectic city. There's constant movement, there's motorbikes flying past literally everywhere. But at the same time, everyone seems really laid back and relaxed. I've seen people just sit at a coffee shop for hours and I really, really like the vibe so far.
I don't wanna wake up from it. You've given me a place and time. They say the devil's in the details, baby. You're really drawing out your light. And now I'm settling.
It is now time to start the next painting. I don't really care too much about making it amazing. I just want to put my brush on the canvas and get a bit of practice in. So the painting is finished and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not actually a fan, I don't like it. I'm probably gonna end up just painting it over the canvas and using it again. You know, I'm not really too mad at that. I think it's all part and parcel of painting. You know, it's impossible to have every painting be something that you like. But yeah, the 2 paintings I've done so far have been from Pinterest references and they were more so like just to get myself in the groove of painting, just because I haven't painted in a week or 2. But now that I'm a bit more in the rhythm, I feel a tiny bit more settled in. So I actually want to paint something from Vietnam, Hanoi. I'm probably gonna go and take a few photos in the next few days and use those as references. But firstly, there's actually one thing here I haven't actually showed you. But yeah, this is the view that I get whenever I use the kitchen area. And I can't lie, whenever I look out of the windows, I just love the view from every angle of the flat. To me, it just looks so authentic, so beautiful, and I really want to use them as references. But before I get started on that, firstly,
just the thought of you turns my whole world misty blue. Oh, Just a mention of your name turns the flicker to a flame. Listen to me, good baby. I think of the things we used to do, and my whole world turns misty blue.
So it is a very, very big moment right now. This is make it or break it. It's time to give myself a little trim. I'm not gonna take off too much length. I just want to tidy myself up a tiny bit. So I've been cutting my own hair for the last like 6 years or so. You're never ever gonna see me with the full afro like this, by the way. This is only special occasions. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm not the most talented barber. I just go for socially acceptable. That's what we want. As long as I can walk down the street and people don't like point and laugh, then I consider that a good haircut. As promised, what did we say? Socially acceptable. It will do. I'm not gonna get laughed at on the street, I hope. But anyway, side quest activated. I was in a coffee shop today and I saw a flyer on the wall for live music tonight. Never in my life have I ever looked at a flyer and I've been like, yeah, I'm gonna go. But considering I'm solo traveling, I'm on a little adventure, I want to see if I can have a little bit of an interesting Saturday. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, good luck.
Girl, you do damage to me. No, I love it. Yeah, I love you. Ain't nothing better for.
I had a nice time. I would say it was a very intimate experience. The music was in Vietnamese. I could not understand a single word. But for me, that's kind of what makes it more beautiful, because I'm just feeling the emotions rather than just listening to the lyrics. And about halfway through, I was listening and I realized, I was like, the lighting here is actually really good. So I took a photo and I'm using that as the reference for this quick charcoal drawing now. Even though this isn't my favorite piece of work that I've done, just because of the memories attached to it and how I managed to essentially immortalize a fleeting moment, I really like this piece. I really like it.
Give me the pistol, aim it high. I'm out in the desert, shooting at the sky. Guess I really miss you.
So I just spent the last 2 hours, I'd say, just chilling in this coffee shop. Very cozy, very atmospheric. Got a bit of sketching done. I'm definitely gonna go back there. The interior design felt very intentional, and every single corner essentially is something that I would like to sketch. So one thing I really love about Hanoi is that it's such a hectic city, but there is also so many just beautiful places to chill and relax that just seem really detached from the chaos of the streets and the hustle and bustle of it all.
You've been on my mind. You've been on my mind. You've been on my mind so long I can't deal with it.
Không, tôi nói lại đây con đang cầm trên tay trên bảng đây rồi. Thì thôi được rồi, thì đã có phản hồi đâu, chỉ dùng nó.
So I just had a really good bowl of pho, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but the fans on the wall just really stood out to me. So I wanted to paint them, and I find it kind of interesting because there's so many like really cool, like unique things in Hanoi that I could paint, and for whatever reason, the fans is what stood out to me. So yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. In terms of creating art, like my safe space, where I feel the most competent and comfortable with, is charcoal art. I've just always gravitated towards it, but there's just something about oil painting that I just really love. And at the moment, I'm gonna be honest with you, it is a love-hate relationship. Like, there are certain things I want to paint and certain things I want my brush to do, which I'm just not able to do. And so because I've got basically the next few months to focus on my art, I really want to improve my oil painting. And I've quickly realized that I don't think painting on canvases will be a sustainable practice for this trip. I'm just gonna be burning through too many, and I could buy a second suitcase and just fill it with paintings, but really and truly at this stage, I'm not sentimental about any of these. I'm probably just gonna leave them here in the Airbnb, or I'll just put them on the street and maybe someone will walk past it and want to take them. I've seen videos of artists painting inside sketchbooks, so I'm gonna do a bit of research into that. I'm not sure if I need a special type of paper or anything. I feel like that could be a lot more convenient, especially when I would just want to crank out a piece like this, which I would say is more of a sketch, if anything. It's a painting, but it feels like a sketch. Of course, there will be a few pieces which I put a lot of time into, and those I will be willing to carry around with me. But for the most part, things like this is neither here nor there.